Module 9. Listening. Page 98. Exercise 2. You're going to hear an interview with the fashion model Jessica Hansen, who is talking about her upbringing and career. For questions 1 to 6, choose the best answer, A, B, C or D. Jessica Hansen's been a top model in the fashion industry for over 10 years, but she's recently retired from the catwalk and is here in the studio with me today. I suppose it's every little girl's dream, Jessica, to be a fashion model. Was this something you always wanted to do?
When I was a child, my mother was the editor of the fashion magazine, so I was surrounded by that world from an early age. But it somehow just failed to catch my imagination at that stage. My mother had dealings with all the top designers, so, she'd come to meet us from school wearing all sorts of outrageous outfits, attracting a lot of attention at the school gate. I just wish she'd put on a pair of jeans like the other mums, rather than showing us up all the time. My sister, always the confident, sociable one, just used to laugh it off, but I used to take it to heart if I thought we were being giggled about.
But your mother had a strong influence on you, though.
When I was going through school, she was very tough, very strict with us. We didn't get much praise, though I wouldn't call her critical or unkind, but like if I won a prize at school, my father would be thrilled, but I never knew what Mum thought. I was the first person in the family to get to university, but she was so bound up in her own career that she didn't make much of it. I think I must have inherited my drive from her, and in the fashion industry, that certainly comes in useful.
So how was it that you ended up in modelling?
I did English literature at university. I wasn't doing that badly, but it wasn't really my scene exactly either. Then I met someone at a party who turned out to be an agent. He had no idea I was my mother's daughter, but offered me the chance to do some modelling. I jumped at it, not least because, as a student, you're always struggling to make ends meet. And things took off from there. I wasn't trying to make a point or anything, but after that I was offered several more modelling jobs. At the end of the course, much to my parents' amazement, I decided to take it up professionally.
And now you're retiring. Why's that?
It's mainly because of the children. I've got twin girls, and I was given the opportunity to write a book, which, as an occupation, is more conducive to family life. I want my children to know I'm there for them if they want to talk to me. Being on the end of a telephone line's not enough. I'm determined to give them the confidence to go off and lead their own lives, as I did. I want them to feel supported, but not pushed. So it's up to them exactly what they end up doing. I'm not going to be breathing down their necks.
Tell us about the book.
While I was at university, I wrote short stories, though I never managed to get anything published. And at the back of my mind was the idea that I'd like to be a novelist one day. And that stayed with me, although it's something I've kept very much to myself. So much so that my friends don't quite know what to make of it. They assume it's some kind of publishing gimmick. But I think I do have something to say. I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. I've seen a bit of the world since I wrote those rather naive short stories and, of course, had time to reflect on my own upbringing and the ups and downs of family life. All that will inform my writing, but it's not going to be a novel about a model.
So, will this book be the first of many?
I'll need to see how well it does before deciding, I think. But I don't regret closing the door on the superficiality of the fashion world. My life will be less stressful now, and I can't see myself going back. I hope people don't forget me, but I don't crave publicity either. I was never keen on the whole celebrity thing, but I'll have to see how I feel as all that fades away. Actually, I'm not doing the writing for the money, but I do need to have a career because I don't want the girls to be the only thing in my life. That would be no good for them. I suppose I am rather like my mother in some ways.
Well, we wish you every success with it.
Thank you.
Now play the recording again.